self-denial. We have postponed the gratification of many of our personal wants to help Messenger Muhammad to build a black economy. And this is what has caused the writers of Time magazine in the March 7th, 1969 edition to say of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his followers, quote, "Last year the Muslims sank an estimated $6 million in business and real estate, 2/3 of it in Chicago, where the sect is based. Says Muhammad, our goal this year is 10 times that amount. Few black businessmen believe that they will achieve this figure, but even if they double their investment next year, it will be a remarkable performance." End of quote. What is it that causes the writers of Time magazine to call the Muslim business expansion and plans remarkable? Is it not the fact that Messenger Muhammad has accomplished this great business expansion with the support of his poor followers, whom he taught the value of saving for the good and future of self? And is it not the fact also that Messenger Muhammad has accomplished this great business expansion without the aid of government, without grants from any foundation, without fanfare and demonstrations, without causing injury or harm to anyone? The accomplishments of Messenger Muhammad and his followers are a manifest proof that with right guidance and right leadership, we can unite and build a black economy. Since we the Muslims have accomplished this business expansion, schools, farms, warehouses, supermarkets, herds of sheep and cattle, trailer trucks, with the nickels, dimes, and dollars of the poor followers, what could we accomplish in the way of building a black economy if we had the aid of the government and the rich of our kind? Certainly, we could eliminate poverty and want among our people. The standard of living that we seek for ourselves and our people should never be classified by white people as bourgeoisie or middle class. For to live morally clean and upright is not a white middle class value, but Messenger Muhammad teaches us that to live morally clean and upright is the nature of God and the nature of the original black man. To live in a good home and be a possessor of wealth is not a white middle class value, but Messenger Muhammad says that our Father Allah is the maker and owner of the heavens and the earth. So why should we live as beggars when the wealth of the earth in reality belongs to the original black man? The standard of living that we seek for ourselves and our people is not based on the middle class values of white people, but it is our belief that every black man, woman, and child should have what Allah has promised. And He has promised us all money, good homes, and friendship in all walks of life. Because the Muslim followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad have submitted to Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever, and because we follow the guidance of his messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we are being blessed with success. Messenger Elijah Muhammad spends all of his time, night and day, trying to raise this fallen and dead people to their feet, so that we, the black man of America, may go for self and build for self, not on the pattern of our slave masters and their children, which is robbery, spoiling, and the corruption of each other, but on the pattern of justice and righteousness. So let us unite with Messenger Elijah Muhammad and help him to build for us a black economy to satisfy all of our wants. Thank you for listening, and may Allah grant you the light of understanding as I greet you in peace in the Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum.
All right, family. That's a lot in there for us to unpack. Anybody want to share something that stood out for you on this here Zoom. Press the number 1 if you would like to share something that stood out to you. That was a lot, so I know somebody got something that y'all would like to share. Press the number 1 if you would like to share with the group. We're going to start with Brother Tony. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to unmute you. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me find you. There you go. Go ahead. You should be able to.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Can you hear me?
Walaikum salam. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, beloved. Thank you, Brother Ben, for playing that powerful introduction to a black economy from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Wow, that was powerful, brother. The part that stood out to me was the part about Christianity and how it was used to make us look for a heaven after we die in some pie in the sky. But I was taught that heaven is for the black man is down on the ground while we're still around.
That's right.
So I just wanted to say that, man, thank you for sharing that information, brother, because that was something that I definitely needed because I'll be having a whole lot of problems, trying to get a message over to our people about the reality of God, being a man. And we got to do something for ourselves. We can't expect no mystery God to solve all our problems when a lot of the problems that we have is because of our own ignorance and refusal to come into the understanding that God has given to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and now given to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to help us get up and do something for ourselves. So I just want to thank you for that, brother, and continue to keep up that good work that you're doing, brother, and may Allah continue to bless you, soldier. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Praise be to Allah. Next, we got Brother Javier.
Yeah, it's Javier. Peace, family. I just want to say that I got one thing that I got it removed the spook from it a lot more. You know what I'm saying? A lot more because I feel like and I believe that if God made everything from like the chemistry, economics, all of these type of things, how do we plan to get the benefits from it without using them for one? And then two, just because my brother he's real he's a Christian, he's real deep in the church and he got a good spirit, but we often have little debates on the reality of it. And one thing that he like I bear witness to is that like somebody can be in church and be devoted for all these years and say they following the word, but their results of their life, you know what I'm saying, say a whole lot different. Like you can't argue with the results. And if this is script, you know what I'm saying, a script that's supposed to heal you, you get a prescription from the doctor to heal you. Well, why you ain't healed yet? Because I believe they ain't following that example. So it just made a lot more things more clear for me. That's what I wanted to say.
Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing. Brother King Cam. I'm sorry. I'll meet you. There you go.
Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
So 2 points that I heard. The first one is it made me think about the our reparations movement and the current state that the reparations movement is in. And while we should be fighting for reparations and for what we are owed from the United States government, also hearing this building the black economy, I believe we could do both at the same time. The minister, one of the things that jumped out was the fact that he pointed to Russia and I believe it was another country that were on 5-year economic savings plans. And if you read Message to the Black Man and you go to Muhammad's economic blueprint, there's a 2-year savings plan, economic savings plan for us here in America. So if you look at the totality of the amount of time we've actually been fighting for reparations, if we were also engaged in the economic plan that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad had brought to us, then we would essentially, whether we was able to get reparations from the United States government or not, would still be in a position to start building that black economy. So that was one of the things that made me that stood out to me. And then the second thing was in reference to Christianity. And one of the things that I noticed is that while they have spook a spook god theology or ideology of the reality of God, their works as it pertains to the reality of their congregation, their houses of worship, the things that they obtain is on the same lines of what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad is teaching. So while they'll preach a spook god or an invisible god, they believe in really obtaining actual money. So they get that money. They really get that money. They sacrifice that money, those tithes and offerings and all those different things. And then they put it together and they build houses of worship. They build huge campuses that include banks and daycares and gyms and all that. I mean, y'all done been to those mega churches. I mean, y'all seen what TD Jakes campus looked like. Y'all see what Joel Osteen campus looked like. His old church was the old Houston Rockets basketball arena. I'm gonna say that again. Joel Osteen's church was the old Houston Rockets basketball arena. You don't get that without having no real capital, no real money, no real cash flow. So they believe and teach one thing, but their actions are along the lines of what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was teaching as far as acquiring land, acquiring property, and acquiring real wealth. So we have to put ourselves in that same mindset as far as sacrificing and being able to commit ourselves to that so that we can obtain wealth. So that's all I had to say. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, sir. Brother Trent. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum. So the point that stood out to me was the main point was heaven on earth. So I'm new to the nation, and like hearing about heaven on earth is kind of one of the things that drew me to the teachings. I grew up as a Christian, so it's like growing up like that. It's like, all right, we waiting for Jesus to come back, and we go to heaven, and then everything will be good once we leave. But like, it was always my mindset: why would I wait until I'm dead for something that might not be there? Like, that never made sense to me. So heaven on earth is like you doing everything you can to enjoy your life while you have it. So that was one of the main things that stood out to me. And then like the economics is like we've had a plan for the longest. It's like, when are we going to put that plan in action? Like, I'm into stocks. So like, if a stock goes down, you know that in the future the stock will go back up. So it's like, black people, we had Black Wall Street, we had all these things as a people. Why do we think like we can't get there again? So that's like some of the thoughts I had. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Good point. Sister Brianna.
Assalamualaikum. So what this video made me think of is how strong and powerful we truly are, and how much our enemy or everyone else knows it more than us sometimes. It wasn't this lecture right here, but it was another one where he was saying that the amount of money that we have is double the money of, I think it was like Spain or Colombia, like one of those Spaniard countries or nations, if you will. And if we just use that to support each other, instead of buying the expensive like Jordans or Nikes, like I definitely used to be a Nike head. And I vowed to myself I'll never buy another pair of Nikes, because Saya Collective, he makes sneakers. Like, we make everything. And if we keep it in our community, then we'll really be able to get somewhere and grow, which the nation already does that with the Staple Good program, etc. So yeah, just keeping it in the community. And we'll get there. We already have. We had over 60 all black towns. Our Black Wall Street was way better than the ones they have, right? So we can do it again if we've done it before.
Yes, ma'am. Anybody else want to share what stood out to you? Sister Randisha, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, family. I think what stood out to me the most was that, that he desires for us to have great things, but we also have to change our mindset. We actually have to tap into the God within. It's like, how like when that Bluetooth is like ready to pair, like what are we pairing to in order for us to actually get there? Like when I listen to Brother Nuri, he says, money is a great servant, but a horrible master. Like, how are we actually, what is the purpose of the money? I know like me financially, like I'm learning about money, but, as I'm getting more and more into the lessons, I'm actually understanding if mathematics and science is correct and where can I go wrong. So that is like something that stood out to me, is that you got to change your thought process and your mindset in order to change the way of living and the way of thinking.
Indeed. Anybody else? Good stuff. Build a black economy. Brother Samuel.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Well,
When we believe that we're worthy of something, that is just not like a superficial belief on the surface of our heads. Oh, today I'm going to tell myself I'm worthy, right? But when you, and I've heard you say this, wherever there's value, there's wealth, right? So if you're valuable to yourself, meaning that you have discovered something that makes you able to exchange it on the marketplace, right, of human thought, then you begin to feel yourself to be worthy, see yourself to be worthy, conceptualize yourself to be worthy. You put yourself in a position to not only exchange your ideas on the marketplace, but to help meet the needs of people. When you fall in love with a purpose that can gain, that can benefit yourself, money, good home, and friendship in all walks of life, as well as help people, then it puts us in a position where we even feel like bonding to each other. Like, who wants to bond with nobody, right? Who wants to bond with something that doesn't have a meaning? If somebody asks you and say, hey, I like to be your friend, I like to be your business partner, I like to be your associate. Well, you want to look at them and see where's the value. The Jewish community saw value in themselves. Minister Barakan had us read a book called The Jewish Phenomenon, 7 Principles to Building Wealth, and it was quite positive. But they took control of industries, right? They took control of things that could make them have not just have influence, but they had the acumen and the knowledge and the willpower, to run those specific circles. And so he also said work. And you work when you're in love with an idea. If you're not in love with an idea, then you're not going to work. You're not going to do it. It can't even occupy your imagination long enough for you to keep sustained energy and focus. And so I would say, above all things, we have to find our why. We have to find our niche individually, and then find like-minded people to connect with you in that area to affect the industry, to affect a movement that might center around education or manufacturing. I mean, if they can build factories all over this country, we can too. A lot of people have a strong interest in agriculture in this day and time, and it's not by accident. The word produced that interest. The word caused us to want to look back towards the earth. You know what I mean? And so when we start thinking like that, building institutions, Honorable Elijah Muhammad wanted to buy the South Shore Country Club to make a K through university, college and university system, right? K through not 12, but post-secondary all the way through doctorate degrees. Well, those people who think like that have to be about that. And then when they're about that, they'll be in love with the idea and they'll connect and call people to them that think in that same way. So the work really is motivated by the love. And the love is motivated by the purpose. I'm going to say one other thing. Your imagination is almost stronger than your willpower. When you can see yourself doing it, which is the value of the word, then you are moved from deep down. You might not even know where the funds is going to come from. I heard Brother Cam talk about Joel Osteen and the Houston Rockets used to play there. He went through hell and back to get that building. They did not just roll over and let him have it. Took him through a lot of changes. But when you see it in your mind and you believe and you go to work and you put the processes and you have the proper capacity to manage that and to run that, which requires knowledge, which requires education, it requires information. Spook God, the minister, the spook God is not going to do it. You really got to know what you're doing, and you get that through time. So that's all I'm gonna say. When you're in love with a purpose, when you found your why, then you start connecting with the right hearts and minds to put you in a place to really materialize what you was talking about. This world didn't get built by wishes and dreams. It got built by relationships, programming, and understanding. Although it was evil, it still happened that way. Assalamu alaikum, family.
Wa alaikum salam. If you guys don't mind, the Telegram chat for this group is inside of the chat. If you guys don't mind joining that Telegram, it's called the Power Group. This is where we will be able to collaborate. This is where you guys can network, talk, things of that nature. Let me make sure that you all are able to speak in there. You all should be able to share. Let me make sure y'all got the permission to do messaging. I think y'all do. Can somebody try to write something in there and let me know if y'all can write in that group. Sister Rella said, hey, okay, it says you can't write. All right, so let me try to figure out why y'all can't. I know it's somewhere with permissions or something. Okay, I'll work that part out here shortly. I'll try to fix that for you all, where you all will be able to write. But as we close, I do want to share an opportunity with you guys. Some of you all know I do have the tribe. So a lot of people that discuss economics, we discuss accountability. Tomorrow, we'll actually be going more deeper into our goal setting. We'll be going over finances, and I'll be bringing different people inside of our tribe to discuss multiple streams of income as well. So for those who are interested, I'm going to play just a brief video about what the tribe is about, if that's something that you guys are interested in. And then we will close out from here. And then what I want you guys to do, once you are able to write, I'm going to try to figure out what's wrong and why you guys can't write right now. But after you all are able to write, if you all can just give your feedback of this morning's call, what did you get from this morning call? Was it productive? Just give your honest feedback on the message this morning from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and what everybody was able to share inside of the Telegram. Because I know some people may just be listening. Maybe you can't unmute yourself and say something, so we can give feedback inside the Telegram every morning. That'd be good. So we're going to close out with this video, and assalamu alaikum. Family, I know we've been gone, but the tribe is back.
About 6 months, I did like 36K.
I made $89,000 right here from my phone, in my house, in a pandemic, just being me.
Some of you all know, and many of you all don't know, that we've been through a lot in business these last couple of years.
Because of Brother Ben X's course, I'm able to create content. Several videos have went viral. Several.
And although I've helped thousands of people through the digital real estate program, and we've helped hundreds of people through the tribe, we've been through so much that we have to share these experiences with you.
I didn't know I was going to get all this knowledge. My knowledge level was here. He took me up to here.
And honestly, we want to get back to our foundation, teaching people about mindset, helping them overcome those past traumas and be able to build together in a community.
What me and my team was talking about, all the rich nerds, what we was talking about was how Brother X broke it down to actually show you that digital real estate, what it is. He broke down on how to monetize your actual content and your intellectual content and monetize it and actually live off of it and change not just your life, but your family's life, your family's way of thinking.
For those who don't know, we've been behind the scenes for a few companies, helping them make over $10,000 a month, things of that nature, but nothing compares to the tribe. Helping you all come out of your shell, discover your gift, and really impact people and in return get income. There's nothing like it.
I had accumulated $10,000 in revenue within my first 60 days of joining and becoming a student. 31 months in, I have generated $125,000 as a student of Brother Ben and rolling with Coach Sean, man.
You was able to actually break down the thoughts that we think we have and structure it and really show us what it means that a brand is more than a logo. A brand is more than just a culture. It's more so like, hey, what are you providing for your people? What do you really bring to the table? And you showed us how to actually bring value.
So we bringing the tribe back. We need it, and honestly, I know many of you all need it as well. Not only will me and Sean be teaching on sales, digital real estate, creating digital products, and growing your following and your brand online.
Not only has my confidence has built me up as a successful business owner, but I tell you, it's like, who do you know that can go out and pay, as they say, quote unquote, to get information to do for self? I don't think so. I don't know nobody.
But we're also going to be leveraging other people who we have relationships with as well to teach you guys credit, flipping mobile homes, teaching you guys stock options, real estate, whatever we don't have an expertise in, we're going to reach out to other people and have them come teach you guys in our digital income community. But we're calling this the Digital Income Builders. But it's not just about the income. We're going to focus heavily on mindset, your spirituality, and your mentality to take you all to the next level.
I'm able to monetize now. I wasn't doing that before. I was trying to figure this out for like 3 years. Like, man, how you make money posting content?
Click the link below if you guys want to rejoin us. Come back to the tribe. It's only $50 a month, and you're going to get all access to the digital real estate program. So over $50,000 worth of value, you now have access to it, and all you have to do is pay $50 a month to have access to the community. See you guys every Tuesday at 7 p.m. And the website is www.drecourses.com, www.drecourses.com. You're going to get access to all of the programs, all of the guides, all of the ebooks is going to be included. And coaching from Coach Sean and myself and Coach Young Khan the Don will be every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys are interested in joining back into the tribe, if you was in the tribe or for the first time, you can go to www.drecourses.com. We're going to be going over goal setting for this whole month. So last week we went over the beginning of goal setting. Today we're going to be going deeper into goal setting. We're going to be talking about action plans. For those who got websites, we're going to be talking about funnels. We're going to be talking about how to create digital products, how to sell, how to market, how to create content. The whole nine as far as what we do on social media. So if that is something that you are interested in, that is what the tribe will be about. Thank you all for listening. I'll see you guys in the morning. And again, don't forget to leave your feedback on the call this morning inside of the group chat. What I noticed was I actually created a channel. So a channel is basically where I just broadcast, and I didn't know that. So I'm going to text everybody else as well. I see some of you all have already joined in. But I think I created the wrong type of Telegram the first time. So I just created the power group chat. And now everybody should. I see people chatting in here now. So I text it out to everybody who already texted the number as well. So see you guys tomorrow morning, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.